really good at starts, and we'll see if he gets another good start here. But we're off. Actually, this next corner, I'm just finding it very hard to get traction and really get off the line as fast as these other guys. As you can see there, Ricciardo got amazing traction off that corner. Rosberg and whoa, Sebastian Vettel. Whoa, what the dickhead? Jesus Christ, man. Vettel loses the rig completely. Very uncharacteristic error from Sebastian Vettel. Hey there guys, over here bringing you my F1 2013 career mode with Scott Jenson, and today we're here in the sunny climates of Bahrain for the Bahrain Grand Prix, and our objective is to finish 13th or above, and qualifying went okay, and I do think we can probably do better than 13th and above. I think we could get definitely to the points. We qualified in a lowly 15th place. It was looking good. I thought we could maybe get into Q3 even, but then the AI really stepped up their pace. Obviously this Legend AI, they're very good indeed. And so here's my setup, and we've gone for a very kind of tyre conservative setup indeed to try and stretch out the tyres and just make them last really. And obviously lots of you guys have been wanting me to start on prime tyres, so I'm going to start on primes again. We tried that in China. Didn't work out in China because China is just a very tyre wear heavy circuit. So we're going to try it here in Bahrain. And the strategy wanted me to go prime option. So I was a bit skeptical to begin with. So we'll see how it goes really. So here we go, putting down the car. We're going to go to the grid now for this Grand Prix. And I'm quite confident
Bahrain, it's an okay circuit for me. I'm not a massive fan of it, but also I don't hate it like China. So if you haven't seen China, well, you saw clips of it in the previously section, so go check that out if you haven't, and subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any new episodes of F1 career mode. So here's Nico Rosberg on pole, here's me, Scott Jenson in 15th place, and we've got Jean-Eric Vergne in 18th, my teammate. So we're starting the hard tyres on the primes, and it looks like people around us are all on the medium or the option tyres. So we're going to 5 red lights, and we are off, and we're getting an okay start. And we use a bit of our curves. Maldonado's got a good start. Bottas behind us, he usually gets a lightning start, and it looks like he's had an okay start. Suttel bogging down with me as well, and the whole pack is kind of going away from me. We're coming down to turn 1, going to hit the back of Nico Hülkenberg just a tiny bit as the brakes are very cold, and my driver is waving his hand, so obviously he thinks there's been some sort of issue there with Hülkenberg. We're up into 9th place. We've overtaken probably about 5 cars then to the second corner, and now I'm going to dive down the inside of Perez and Jenson. and Button's going to give us the room. Yes, he is. Bit of an oversteer moment there into 3rd gear, and now we're going to try and go down the inside of Jenson. Button's not going to work, and Master's lost it. Master's lost the car, but I've just managed to twitch around him as Button got caught out there. So we're up into 6th place here already as Jenson Button got caught out there with the spinning Master, just able to twitch left. And Perez has managed to come through and ahead of his teammate, so he's in 7th place, and ahead of us we've got Mark Webber in 5th, and just a quite bad lock up there on the left side. That means we have to go wide, but we're into 6th place here in the Bahrain Grand Prix. We're going to squeeze Perez out and make sure we keep the 6th place right now, but this is brilliant stuff right now. And so on to lap 2, we're still in 6th place. Raikkonen is very much behind me. He's going to try and chase me down, but 6th place right now in the Bahrain Grand Prix is very good indeed, high into the points from what was 15th place, so that's very good to see really. And we're coming down to the hairpin, and we've got Mark Webber in front of us, and I don't know who's leading the race. I think it might still be Rosberg. We'll have to see. And the DRS detection point is coming up, so Raikkonen will probably... actually, no, sorry, the DRS doesn't get activated until next lap, actually. But going down this straight anyway, just getting some really bad traction off this corner, getting hooked on the curbs a tiny bit. Now, what's this? Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is out of the Grand Prix. He is retired. And safety car. Safety car has happened now, so we've got yellow flags. Lewis Hamilton's out of this race now. He's retired with some sort of engine problem maybe. So we're in 5th place right now with the safety car being deployed. And so we're going to cut later on into the safety car period until just before we start it. Raikkonen getting very close there, but now we've cut later on. This is the lap where the safety car is going to come in, as you can see there. Safety car in this lap. And we've got Mark Webber in 4th place. So this is brilliant right now. We're in 5th. Got 1 lap less of fuel, so we can always go into lean later on. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to stick it right beside Mark Webber. We're going to get as close as we can. Obviously, I'm not allowed to overtake him, but I'm going to get side by side with him and just literally just so his front wing is a tiny bit ahead of mine, so it means we can try and jump him on the start, and if we get 4th place, this will be brilliant indeed. And it's a much better system this year in this game, F1 2013, where you can do this. In 2012, I believe you were forced to stay completely behind them, but technically I'm not overtaking him. Technically he's still ahead of me, so this is completely legal. So we're just going to wait for the green lights, and then we can maybe overtake Mark Webber. We've got plenty of curves for the start, and there it is, the green light goes, and the Red Bull's off like a bullet, and it's got some great traction there, but we are keeping up, using all our curves until it's recharged. We're going to use some more. We're side by side here, the Red Bull's very much there. You can see the front wing on the left, and I'm going to dive down the inside, and we're going to hit the apex, lovely there, and we're just going to miss Fernando Alonso's gearbox. We're into 4th place now, so a good overtaking move there for 4th place, and we're really doing well here in the Bahrain Grand Prix, and Scott cannot ask for any more really. At this point on the prime tyre, lap 5, we're a P4 at the moment, so this is good stuff. So now we're going to continue on and see how well we can do. So we're going to cut later into the race onto lap 9, and at the moment I'm in 2nd place. Vettel has already pit, and he's right behind me though. But the thing to watch out is Fernando Alonso in 1st place is in the pits right now. You can see on the mini-map, there he is. And what does this mean for us, guys? This means that we, Scott Jenson, are going to be leading our 1st Grand Prix of our career. This is amazing stuff here. We're leading our 1st Grand Prix, leading the laps of the Bahrain Grand Prix right now. We are the race leader, and hopefully we'll be saying that a lot more often later on in the career. Hopefully if we're in a higher car, or this Toro Rosso gets much better. But our lead was short-lived. On lap 12 I had to pit in after the prime tyres were really going off. Did not want to take them to the red, solid red state of falling off the cliff, so I've maybe pit a lap earlier. But probably, you know, on this game what happens is you think you can maybe go out one more lap, and then they kind of fall off halfway through the lap you're on, so I didn't want to risk it. So we're on the option tyres, the white wall tyres. I think we're going on options again after this, so we'll have to see where we're going to be. But we're in 8th place right now. We're coming out, and Mark Webber has just passed us, so Mark Webber's got the undercut on us as he's pit earlier for his prime tyres. And I suspect that was going to happen anyway. That Red Bull does have the pace over this sister Red Bull team, the Toro Rosso team. So now going on to lap 14, and Kimi Raikkonen has just exited the pit. We're going to try and go around the outside. It's no use. He's going to squeeze us wide. We're going to have to give him room on the inside there. Nearly having an oversteer moment there as we go over that nasty bump. And now we're chasing down Kimi Raikkonen down this short mini straight. He's in 7th place. I'm in 8th, and it looks like we're going to try and make a dive and move down the inside. And here's side pod. Oh god, we nearly crashed out there. We both held it quite nicely. Kimi Raikkonen still in 7th place. I'm in 8th. I'm going to ride these curves very aggressively indeed. I'm going to try and get the best speed I can get through these corners, and I'm going to dive it down the inside of this hairpin style corner. Raikkonen's going to give us the room, and looks like he's going a bit wide. We're still wheel to wheel here. This is a fantastic battle here. Raikkonen ahead of us now with a good acceleration of that Lotus. We're going to dive down the inside. We should get DRS on this straight, but no, looks like we've got the move done already. And what a move by us, if I do say so myself. Then we're up into 7th place. We've got DRS now. Kimi Raikkonen's falling back, and we're in 7th place after that brilliant diving move down to that hairpin. And we had DRS anyway to defend, and Sutil overtook Raikkonen behind us as well. So now we've cut all the way to lap 20, and these option tyres have gone on enough, had enough torture of that. So now we're going to come into the pits, and we're going to go down the order. So it just looks like this Toro Rosso just didn't have the pace to stay up in those top 5, top 6 points. So we'll have to see where we come out. Another set of the white wall option tyres, and it's a pretty good stop for the Toro Rosso boys. Thank you very much. And so now we're down to 8th place. It looks like, no, 9th place, sorry. And it looks like Felipe Massa is behind us. He's a fair few back. We've got Jean-Nic Vergne, our teammate, right in front of us. So this is not good. We're going to be losing to our teammate this race if something doesn't happen quickly. But now on to lap 22. And Bottas has just come out of the pits. He's just come out. He'll be on cold tyres, so we're going to try and make a move on him maybe. He's on cold tyres, so maybe his rear tyres won't be as lit up as possible. So he might have some bad traction, have some corners. So we'll have to see. But it looks like he's used a bit of curves maybe on exit. And so now we're chasing him down. We can't make a move like we tried on Raikkonen. That'll be another stupid move. And so just going through that corner, we've gone horribly wide, and Bottas has gained a bit of a gap to us. So we're going to try through these S's, going to try and gain as much time as we can, riding the curbs quite aggressively there. And we're going to extend the track as much as we can. We're going to dive down the inside to the hairpin. Bottas just scraped his side pod. He's trying to give us the room like Raikkonen did. And maybe we can make the same move we did on Raikkonen on Bottas. We're going to try it down the inside, but it looks like this time hasn't worked as effectively. We're side by side still. This has been another fantastic battle here. We're going to use a bit of curves, some DRS, but no, it's no use. Bottas is storming away maybe with some curves, probably a lot of it actually, because I've got DRS, and we're just trying to close in on him. We hit his gearbox, and he's going round. And so I was closing in quite a lot in the braking zone, so I wasn't expecting him to be that slow through that corner. So I had to hit his gearbox, but maybe we can try in the next few corners. No, don't think so. We're going to have to keep the momentum through that corner, keep it in second gear. And now we're not using any curves. We're going to save half a bar of curves for the pit straight. But I think it might be no use. I think Bottas has got that 7th place signed and sealed as we come through the last corner. Hopefully not running too wide. We get clipped on the curb a tiny bit. Those curbs can be really, really, really annoying. I mean, they're kind of like rail tracks, so you kind of just get hooked on. But we've got DRS here. We're going to try and make a move on Valtteri Bottas. Sparks flying off the Williams. We're going to dive it down the inside, and we're going to try and make the move. And yes, we are. We're going to plant the car on the inside of him. And we've got 7th place now. Our teammate in 6th place, way up the road. So it doesn't look like we'll be able to catch him. But we are in 7th place. Onto lap 26. Gutierrez is coming down my inside, and he touches me. He spins out. I'm too busy looking at Gutierrez spinning. That button gets the jump on me through that corner, so I didn't have the forward momentum. Green flags, yellow flags as Gutierrez has crashed out, but there is green flags now, and we should be able to overtake Jenson Button onto the pit straight as we're coming through. We've got three quarters of the curves left, so we're going to use all of it on this straight. But wow, look at that McLaren Mercedes powering away from this Toro Rosso Ferrari engine. And so on to lap 29, the race is finished, and we're going to finish. Well, you know, we were leading the race at one point. We've come in 7th place. Not too bad here for Scott Jenson's 4th outing in Formula 1 in the Bahrain Grand Prix. We were leading the Grand Prix at one point, so that's something to, you know, be pleased about. So, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like, subscribe to you for weekly F1 2013 career mode and co-op career with Tim and Malik that I just launched this week. If you haven't checked it out, check it on my channel. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you guys next time. And I'll be handing over to Sky Sports News to bring you through the results. So here are the results of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Scott Jenson, the new Brit, came in 7th place behind his teammate Jean-Eric Vergne in the 2 Toro Rossos. Scott said he was bitterly disappointed to come behind his teammate. Nico Rosberg won the race fantastically, and he gained some points in the championship, but Fernando Alonso still very much leads the way from Sebastian Vettel. Rosberg climbs to 3rd ahead of Mark Webber. In the Constructors, Red Bull lead the way, and after Toro Rosso's brilliant double points finish in Bahrain, they climb to 6th place in the Constructors, with Scott and Jean-Eric Vergne both scoring good points for them this race. Undoubtedly, their managers will be very happy indeed. But yes, as we can see, Fernando Alonso is still leading the championship and looks set to continue this great lead. And so that concludes the Bahrain Grand Prix. We'll see you next time for the Spanish Grand Prix. Thank you and good night.